Join me, Moses Garzeawu, as I cruise into the youth development agenda of Liberia on LNTV. Youth Talk, days and every Thursday at 6 o'clock to 6:55 p.m. Don't miss it. Talk of youth, empower voices. Welcome back to Youth Talk. This is where we set the agenda for youth participation in Liberia. We say Talk of Youth, empower voices. And now we have Mr. Lawrence Yealue, the country representative of AccountabilityLab. Welcome to Youth Talk.
It's a pleasure.
Well, we're not going to waste any time. Rap to Rip. It sounds so interesting. They said that we're going to be singing, or we're going to be dancing, or what it's all about.
Rap to be Rapped is a musical competition for young people to be self-expressive about issues happening in their communities and about how they can have their voices being heard as it affects them. So Accountability Lab over the years has always been creating pathways for young people to be self-expressive, but do that in a safer way. Because one thing that we stand for at the lab is creating active citizens that understand their responsibilities and are able to articulate those responsibilities as to whether it's through music, if it is through mirrors, drawings, and artistic work, if it is done through films and using films for social change, whatever medium that is being done through. The beauty of that is that we are allowing young people to get their voices out there in ways that they are self-expressive and things are affecting them.
Lawrence, the theme itself, rap to be rap. It's something that people may want to take that. How are we going to be understanding these messages? What are the young people going to be telling us in this music as it relates to understanding the natural resource management, talking about accountability and transparency?
So what we've been doing in Rap to be Rapped, also we have our music in our projects. For example, we did a song that is called Know Who to Vote For. So Know Who to Vote For example, is one of those songs that we've done that conscientizes Liberians to dissect candidates and understand what they're about and are their manifesto are going to affect the youth future. If so, you're not voting yourself, but you're voting your future. So when we also bring it to Rap to be Rapped, so we did it, the first edition of Rap to be Rapped was basically on elections, right? And the second edition is all about natural resource management. What are the accountability issues associated with natural resource management in Liberia? And people in concession areas, how are young people there viewing it? And also in Monrovia, how young people in Monrovia or in other capitals in our cities in our country, how are they feeling the heat of our natural resource management? So we want to hear them. So it's a space that we created that they can come and talk about it. So it's a whole long period that they have audition period that you can come. For the audition, you can do any song, because also we want it to be accountability oriented, but we want to hear the quality of your voice. We want to show to people that Liberian can also do conscious music, but Liberian, even you doing the conscious music, you have quality of voice, you have good stage presence, you can tell your stories in ways that it is entertaining, but it's educative.
You want someone, in short, that the public can be attracted to. This means that the message will flow down to the lowest part of society.
But you know that one of the ways that young people learn is by playing. They learn when it's fun. I mean, if you want to train young people about certain things, if you set them down and for 2-3 hours you're just there, and 1 is 2, and 2 plus 4 is this. What you're gonna do with those young people is basically you're going to make them to go like, oh, it's boring, and then you hear them talking, it's boring. But if it is music, and it's getting them up, you know, our hip core music has grown, right? It's grown to a point where it's being appreciated by Liberians nowadays. And if you went outside, which is today you appreciate it. So how can we bring the level of appreciation by the quality of their voices, by their stage performances? Because when we get them through the audition, what we do too is to train them, work on their voices, work on how they can create lyrics that are not insultive, but lyrics that are transforming. So you're dancing. So at the same time, whilst you're dancing, you're passing education over to people.
So, in short, what kind of young people are we looking at you working with? And how long this is going to work out? What's the duration like for this project?
So every time we have a rap to be rapped, this is season 2. Season 1 was 6 months, but season 2 we're trying to have 4 months.
Okay.
So that we have 2 months of resting period, and then before we launch the next phase. So we're going to be having 2 rap to be rep in each. So the first phase of natural resource management is season 2, and then season 3 we are going to bring another phase that will consider, okay, we already heard them, right? Say in Maserado, why don't we go to Southeast, for example? Why don't we go to a concession area and have the competition from a concession area? So if you want to perform, you want to be part of the competition, you need to migrate from other non-concession areas to concession areas. Right now, we're doing it in Maserado, and then we also have our first audition here, and our second audition is going to be in Grand Bassa.
What messages are you going to be carving messages that should be included in the music or the acts that are going to be created for the sensitization process by some of these young artists?
No, from the beginning, when we say audition in the music industry, we don't.
I'm saying after the audition
yes,
process.
we have training period, a training period where we're going to train them on natural resource management. We're going to bring out some of the concession agreements. We're going to talk about how it is. We're going to take them on excursions. We're going to take them into concession areas, and then they will have first-hand interaction with people living there. We want them to also have interaction with companies, so that when they leave from there, when they are writing their lyrics, what we've taught them from the agreement, what they've experienced on the field, with those who live in there and with the company, they can come and create lyrics and create their own, how they feel it. So we're not going to guard anyone to say, okay, say this. But one thing we know for sure we'll guard them for not doing is producing profanity.
How is this going to help me in a way to, let's say, fit into pushing accountability and transparency in the natural resource management sector of Liberia?
One way this is going to push, and
you think the young people do have the ability to deliver these goods that we are anticipating in this project?
And that's, we underestimate our young people, and I keep telling people, the way we are training our young people, especially during election period, the messaging is more of a fear message, that young people are, oh, let's talk to them so that they can be violent. Who told you our young people are just violent people? They're not. Our young people are productive, creative people, so we should rather be saying, let them think about their future, let them see how they positively engage themselves, because it has to come from you before it's projected out to other people. So with all of our other youth engagement programs, it is transformative. I encourage you and our listeners and our viewers to kindly go online, right? Know Who to Vote For is playing all over, right? Just get it. Go and also get Corruption. But all those are about our accountability ambassadors. But last year, the winner is Daddy Queen, and Daddy Queen did a song that is called "I Need a Change" in Liberia, and there were other songs that were made from there. And if you see the 5 songs that went to studio, amazing songs. So transforming people's mind had to be with the young people that are producing these contents. Do they believe them? Who wrote it? Was it written by us? No. Was it written by them? Yes. Did they believe what they wrote? Yes, they believe it. So the thing about life is, first you must think it, you must believe it, then you put it into action.
So you think they can be able to trickle down onto the population in terms of trying to let everyone understand how accountability matters in the natural resource management sector.
It will, and the hope that we have about this is that
This sector is broad.
the sector is
Understand.
broad, but the excursions that we are going to take will narrow their music, because all of them are going to write on everything. They're going to narrow to a particular issue they want to talk about. Maybe they want to talk about pollution, right, of our rivers, of our of other water bodies and things like that. How does that affect our food? They want to talk about it. They're going to see it. They talk about it. If you want to talk about what happens to funds that the company gave, right? If it is a call for us to be conscious about where the funds go, who's accountable for them, are they coming back to us as citizens and telling us what it is? Those kids are going to write it, but the kids are going to be exposed to every area of natural resource management in this country. Then they can be able to write, because when they go on excursion, when we train them, so we bring in experts from the natural resource management sector that will work with them. They just train them. After training, they will want to take them on a site visit. So different sites visits will inform them, because the condition in, say, for example, Kinjor, right, in Cape Mount County, could not be the same condition in Bong Mines. So how the company in Kinjor, right, and the company in Bong Mines, how Avesero and China Union, how are they approaching our people? What is it? In fact, the environment that they are going to experience it, are the environments the same? So all of these things are things that the young people are talking about. And the thing about young people, right, when they create content, the way they disseminate it, it amazes you.
Mr. Yealue is about first trying to understand from Accountability Lab why these young people are so much important in pushing this, not like others we want to do town hall consultations, do palaver hall discussions, maybe create jingles, and why the young people you think can be the reason why accountability must be in this natural resource sector?
One critical part about young people in our country that we need to pay attention to is that, for example, today is National Flag Day, and by the way, happy National Flag Day to all of us, right? And if you look out there today, people are going to be partying in their houses, in their yards, in mini bars, in clubs, and the music that is going to dominate today will be Liberian music. And what kind of Liberian music will be dominating? And when young people gather, right, to have conversation, what do they use? Either they're using music, they're watching movie, or but they're looking for something that is fun for them.
Amuse them.
Yeah. But they don't just look for any kind of thing to amuse them. They want to learn how to do amusement. So they tend to act like what they see in the cinema. So if we can start shaping our young people to create cinema content that will influence in a positive way, then we will be directing contents for their growth. Because when they go, for example, they go online, they watch anything. And how does that affect them positively? Because what they see, for example, they watch music video, they see people wearing short things, they want to wear the short things because the thing is real life. But if we can create content about natural resource management with education that is not violent based, but that is geared towards peaceful coexistence, that is geared toward telling a story of transformation, that will let policymakers to get at creating positive policies and action-based policies, and that will also trigger, okay, this thing is not happening, but policymaker can go to and say, no, if this is not happening, why don't we make this to happen? Then we are directing content. Then we are influencing positively the way our children think, the way what they believe in, and how they're going to live those things that they think and believe, and that they see and they listen to. So this is about having fun, raising new Liberian artists, That's what it's also about.
I almost ask you, who's eligible? Do you have to be a recording artist?
No.
Or you can come from anywhere?
No. One thing we always don't want to do with the competition is we don't want recording artists. We want underground artists that haven't been seen at all. And someone will ask, okay, but if I recorded and I haven't made a hit, am I an underground artist? But our definition of underground artist is you haven't hit or produce. Once you create a record, you go in the studio. For us, you are no more an underground artist. So we're looking for people that haven't even created records, but they have the talents. They're sitting on those talents. How can we help them grow those talents and nurture it? So for audition, and the audition is obviously coming on 5th September.
Wow, 5th September is almost here.
Yeah, it's almost here in 2 weeks.
And how many young people, how many young musicians are you hoping to probably bring to this process?
So the judges have been selected. The criteria for selection is already set. So what we're looking for 12 young persons. But
age-wise?
We define a young person as is defined by Liberia. From 15 to 35. Right? So when you are 15 to 35, in our view, you meet the criteria of being a young person in Liberia. And one thing we don't want to also do is we're not stifling their creativity. Come, you can do raga, but once it's hip-hop, because in hip-hop you can do raga.
It should be Liberian only.
We want it Liberian. We don't want you to come and you're singing like someone from another country. No. We want you to come and do hip-hop. The reason is identity. And we want young people to identify and appreciate.
Why you want hip-hop?
Because hip-hop is our kind of music at the moment. It's that which we want to sell to the world. It's that which we want to tell the world that, look, this is Liberia. This is what we are exporting to you.
Does this also means that it helps the message of transparency and accountability is easier to be understood by the population?
Mm-hmm. And that's one thing. Even though it makes it easier, but it gives the young people identity. Why it's easy to understand accountability issues? Because like if we come to talk to someone in Nimba, or someone in Lofa, or someone in Bapolu, and you're speaking, this kind of thing I'm talking about, is that person is not going to understand. But if you say, my man, all that thing you're talking down there, I can't understand how you're going. So when you're flowing like that, now I'm talking the hip hop, right? When you singing like that, people in the village can relate to it, even though they speak broken English, but they can understand that colloquial. And that everything that you say as a message, they will understand. And then they will say, oh, okay, this is what they're talking. So we're also encouraging young people in those concession areas that are very close to come.
The 12 you're talking about, it means that you're going to be recruiting from all across Liberia. Everyone from across Liberia is eligible for the audition.
You are eligible for audition once you're Liberian. You're everywhere in Liberia. But you have to make your way to the audition site. Now, this is it. For audition, we are not responsible for you coming and going back. When you are selected, when you're good enough, that we will select you, then we are responsible for you. But once you say, oh, I can sing, I got this talent, you have to come. You have to bring yourself. And then you have to take yourself back. But when the judges select you, you will know. Because they will give you a gold ticket and you will understand that you were selected. Now, it is at the next time when we call you, we are responsible 100% to bring you, to take care of you, and to take you back. And we'll communicate with your family to let them know that this person has entered this competition, and between this period to this time, we will be responsible for their growth. But you, the parents, also have to help them to grow. Because one thing our parents don't do, some of them, they don't appreciate the gift and talents their kids have. And they don't allow their kids. Sometimes they see the kids dancing in the house. They say, oh, that's not street thing. It's not. It's talent. It's time that our country diversify the kind of portfolio of talents that we have. To have people that just dance, to have people that sing, that you appreciate them, and to have kids that do other sports, for example, right?
Yeah.
And just let's diversify our portfolio basically, and then tell our story in a holistic way.
Well, he's Lawrence Yealue. He's the country representative of Accountability Labs. He's on Youth Talk. We're talking about Rap to be Rep. That's an initiative of Accountability Lab that is focusing on transparency and accountability in the natural resource management sector of Liberia. 12 young people will be selected to produce hip-core, colloquial songs that will preach accountability and transparency in the natural resource sector. Mr. Lawrence Yealue is here. He's my special guest. Let's take a short break. When we come back, we go deep into the discussion and hear from you also. Are you a talented young person who also wants to be a part of this Rap to be Rep initiative? You will be given the opportunity to ask Lawrence your own questions and what you think you can do to be a part of this process. The youth are the pillar of our existence. They make up over 60% of Liberia's population. They drive the economy. They power of the health sector, captain education. Most of all, they cement peace and unity. It's time for them to talk, words talk with genuine expectation. Join me, Moses Garzeawu, as I cruise into the youth development agenda of Liberia on LNTV. Youth Talk, days and every Thursday at 6 o'clock to 6:55 p.m. Don't miss it. Talk Up Youth, Empower Voices. Indeed, Talk Up Youth, Empower Voices is our slogan and is what we stand for. This is Youth Talk on LNTV, Liberia's platform for youth initiative across the country. We diverge into the youth development agenda of Liberia, and today we are having as our special studio guest the country representative of Accountability Lab, Mr. Lawrence Yealue, and he's undertaking an initiative called Rap to be Rep, an initiative intended to promote accountability and transparency in the natural resource management sector of Liberia. Remember, our natural resources is our fortune. That's the wealth of the nation that needs protection. And the young people are going to be producing songs to enlighten people about issues that are unfolding, not just issues, but relevant issues that are intended to shape the destiny of this country. Lawrence, we back, and somebody listening will want to know, how did Accountability Lab actually come out to say we want to promote accountability in our natural resource management sector, and the young people should be the drivers? Is it because you see something lacking?
I think anytime we carve our programs and try to innovate, what we look for mainly is, does this help promote our vision as an organization? Does this promote the well-being of total accountability? Because what accountability basically, from our point, is holistic. So when we started first, we were mainly looking for ways that people can have a new birth of mind in terms of accountability across the country. And we were also looking for a way, or a pathway to, like, who are those that will be driving accountability for Liberia? And if you look at it, are the future. And if they're the future, are those who have to act now, and that's the young people. So it's a conscious approach to get the right people. And by right people, meaning the young people can decide right now what their future should look like by being what they want to see. So when we taught Rap to be Rep,
you think advocacy works in these kind of situations, especially just producing music with messages? You think it works?
It does work.
Have it worked over time?
Yeah, it's worked in other countries, right? For example, in Senegal. So there's a rapper in Senegal who comes on air, and every week he raps in Wolof and gives news in Wolof and talking from a youth perspective, and that is gaining momentum. Music has been an instrument of revolution over the years. But what we're saying here is that I always like to draw a thin line between advocacy and activism. Because what we're trying to do is to raise consciousness towards advocacy, telling the story, and allowing policymakers to awaken where they are not awakened, to draft action where action is not, or action is but the action is not good enough, or is not on a huge scale, and also to let the youth give their voice. They are feeling it. For example, if a company, for example, adversarial in Kenjor, if they will be here for the next 20 years, the people that will be around in the next 20 years, in the majority, will be the youth now, and the kids that are being born or that will be born. So those who will be driving tomorrow, why don't they start having accountability as part of their DNA now, so that with time we are able to kill certain actions that are not accountable in this country naturally. Because if the young people refuse to be part of corruption at the moment and start talking consciousness to each other, and they are practicing it, so when I get in a position of authority, when you get in a position of authority, when they get in a position of authority, then they know that the power that they have is of the people, and they have to be accountable. So it's part of you. You don't need to be asked to be accountable.
Lauren, this initiative may cost a lot, if not, especially bringing young people from diverse background. Though you will not be taking care of them from the onset during the audition process, but when these 12 young ambassadors I recruited to be trained, produce music, be part of a campaign to create awareness around transparency and accountability requires a lot. How is Accountability Lab getting this support base to push this initiative?
So, beautiful question. Before I answer that question, even though the 12 will be at the quarterfinals and they will go to semifinals and finals, but it will be a competition between them. So we will have a winner at the end of the day, and that is going to be, we'll be cutting them down periodically, and then we get to the last 5, and then the last 5 will go on a big show. But the 12 will create one song.
In one track?
Yeah, on one track. They all will, through their little songs, bring it together and form a track. Right? So there's a theme song that was from last year that was created by the 12, and it's called I Rapped, I Repped. I Rap, I Repped. I Rap, I Repped. Okay, we'll do the song later. But the funding of these projects come from donors that believe that Liberians, young people, can also aspire to do things. USAID is sponsoring this one. Last year was by the United States Embassy. So they first believed in this and like, okay, let's go for it. Now USAID sees it is an awesome thing, and other donors are knocking on our door like, let's use rap to be rap. It's a beautiful thing to be used, because when young people play, it's proven fact. When you allow young people to play, they learn. Okay. Especially when they play in a constructive form, they learn. And when they learn, they put it in action.
Okay, it's not time for us to hear from you. What you make of this initiative, Rap to be Rap, using music to create accountability around our natural resource and management sector. 0776 266 008, 0776 266 008, or 0886 266 008 are the numbers to call and be a part of the program this evening on Youth Talk. We have Mr. Lawrence Yealue. He's the country representative of AccountabilityLabLiberia, and he's here talking about Rap to be Rap. And I think we have our very first caller on the line. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, my brother. How you doing?
I'm fine. Your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, this is Melvin Johnson. I call from the Tupo Bell.
Yeah, will you get away from your television set?
Okay, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, firstly, I want to commend Brother Lawrence there in your studio there for the quick information that gave. Yeah, I think the accountability law. But firstly, I want to know, how can an individual be part of the process? and what the criteria steps. So I want to know because myself I'm interested. I want to be part of the process.
Okay. Let's thank you so much. Let's hear from another caller. Good evening.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
How you doing, sir?
Yeah, your name and where you calling from?
I'm Jamal Jackson, small calling on people with TV.
Yeah, you live on Youth Talk.
Yeah, I'm very much interested in this sort, and I'm almost an artist. I just enjoying the show, and I love to be part of it.
Okay. Lawrence is here. I know Lawrence will answer your question. 0776 266 008 or 0886 266 008 and be a part of Youth Talk this evening. First, what are the criteria? And an artist already want to be a part of it. But before you go to that, let's pick this call quickly. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Your name and where are you calling from?
My name is William P. calling from the
Will you get away from your television set?
Okay.
Yeah, get away. Okay.
Huh?
We're listening to you. Oh, I think.
First,
Yeah, we
first of
listen.
all, I would appreciate the brother in studio there, Lawrence.
Okay.
Yeah, but as the first caller was saying, I found interest in this program, and I want to be a part of it.
Oh, so you're an artist also.
Yeah.
But mind you, the set is from 15 to 35.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, 0776 266 008, 0886 266 008, and be a part of Youth Talk. We have Rap to be Rep that we are discussing, an initiative of Accountability Labs, and we have the country representative, Mr. Lawrence Yealue. Lawrence, first the criteria, then you have a lot of interest coming forward already.
Excellent. I mean, first I want to say thanks to those young people, and that's what we're talking about. Once you're a young person, you have talent, don't bury it. I mean, I'm happy that they're talking about being self-expressive. So first, you must be a Liberian. You must be a Liberian, and second, you must be a youth, right? And once you're a youth, from 15 to 35, and be honest about that. Don't.
You're going to be asking for passports or voter registration cards.
We're going to ask after you come for audition. We're going to. There's a simple way to verify.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's hear from this caller. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, your name and where you calling from?
Yes, the end.
Would you get away from your monitor, please? Okay, go ahead. You live.
Yes, I want to comment it to the girl.
Okay.
Because the number you call your first, the whole of country say 12 doesn't mean, it's not, it's just small. I mean, they increase the number.
The number is small.
Yeah, I want to say, they increase the number because 12 is very small because a lot of people are interested. Yes, for me, are interested also.
Okay. Thank you so much. Let's hear from more callers on 0886 266 008, 0776 266 008. Let's see whether we can connect this call. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Moses.
Yeah, your name and where you calling from?
Well, Moses, my name is Oliver Wister, and I call you from the Pueblan Belt.
Yeah, go ahead, Oliver.
Yeah, let me firstly commend my brother Lauren in the studio there. We've been very good friends from Ghana. I believe the initiative is a very good one. But my concern is grown to other people in the Yealue County. For instance, I'm from Rogie County. I doubt having somebody representing my county because of the way the audition will be done. And secondly, we talk about 12. I would rather, rather 15%, and in fact, making one person to represent one country in order to have a regional balance. Now, mind you, there are different powerful talents that you have all around this world and all around this country. And when you set the additional side, for instance, in Massachusetts County, you're going to have Very difficult to have other people coming from the Leeward County, most especially where they'll be responsible for themselves, coming and going.
Okay, thank you.
Yes,
Thank you. Your points I made because there are others waiting to get on the line. 0776 266 008 0886 266 008. Let's hear from this caller. Good evening.
Yeah.
Yeah, you live. Go ahead.
How you doing? This is Jojo calling from the Rural Coffee Lodge.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to commend your studio guest about we want to see when I'm changing people's mind attitude at the end of the day to know that to make him to get value on yourself as a young person coming up. I will not be interested to think about I just want to support the group and yourself. Maybe I'll be interested maybe to but any support.
Well, thank you so much. Let's see whether we can connect this call quickly. Good evening. Will you get away from your monitor, please? Good evening. This caller is off the line. And Lawrence, a bit of commendation coming through here. Some are saying they want increment in the number of regional representation, county by county representation in this process. Others are saying we really need to participate. The rural parts of the country is of concern. How can someone live from Rural G and come to Monrovia and have to take care of themselves just to participate in these competitions?
I mean, that's why if you see the model of this is a model after a lot of other auditions around the world. If you see West African Idol, for example, Liberians will leave Liberia and go to Nigeria and go do audition, and then later on they say, okay, let's take the audition to Liberia, right? So now Liberians could do it here. And then when they come here, if you're from another county, you come. This is season 2. And I just like to encourage my brother that this is season 2. That's why we are taking one audition to Grand Bassa. And we are using one audition here in Masurata. So
you got 2 venues for the audition?
Yes. So one venue is here on the 5th, and on the 6th is in Grand Bassa. The reason is we want to take it a little bit close to them. So the one that is going to be in season 3, what we're thinking to do is instead of having 2, last year we had only 1 side of audition. That was here. This year we're going 2. Next year we want to go 3. In that way, we can take 1 to say Granjide to give people the chance on that end to also be a part.
To go to southeastern part of Liberia.
Yes.
Maybe doing on a regional basis, western, central, and southeastern Liberia. When do you think that will pay off?
We also are careful not to create a musical divide.
Oh.
Like what happened in the U.S. when you have the West against the East, when hip hop was being born and the culture started growing, and then beef started coming in because people felt it was regional and all based on where you come from, your style and things. That's why we don't want to give that. However, I think I listened to those who said increase in numbers, right?
You're going to increase the number.
We're going to look into that. I think to add 3 persons is not going to hurt. It's not going to hurt. But what we tried to keep at 12 was the lessons we learned from last year. So every time you do these things, you learn new lessons, and the new lessons enable you to go forward.
Lawrence, I hear from this caller. Good evening.
Good evening, Moses. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Your name and where are you calling from?
This is Daniel Moza Kukuchi. I call you from Shara Community, Dubo Road.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I would like to say thanks to dear brother there in studio, Yealue. Congratulations to him.
Thank you.
And I would like to tell him that I'll add some voice to another caller there that said you step down the number a little. So 12. You know, children are interesting people. They're interested in doing anything and learning everything. So if you get these guys all over the place and get them doing these things that you are, they will be willing to do it, and they will do more, and they will make you happy. They're interesting to work with children. I have worked with children before, and I know what it takes to work with them. So I would like that you should please step the number down to 12. And then another thing is, the recruitment process. Maybe he will go to schools, various schools, and there are some kids that are willing to learn, and this is a very fine program that you will maybe introduce in schools, and you will get help from there, and these kids will do well.
Okay.
Because our country, Liberia, needs people like Mr. Yealue on a serious note,
Okay.
that they engage these children so that they can grow into positive behaviors instead of negative. Like a German, to end up like a German environmental child psychologist said, he said, if you give me a group of children under my control, I will grow them into men and women that will perform all tasks.
Wow.
So these kids are willing to learn anything that you bring on the table to them. So I would like to tell him thank you, and he should keep up the good work.
Thank you so much for your accommodation, and another call for increment. And your children, the young people are testing, and they want to be a part of this process. But just to announce the number again, 0776 266 008. 0886 266 008. Let's see, I think we have a caller on the line. Good evening. Yeah, we do get away from your monitor. You live on Youth Talk.
Okay, that's what I think. Get me now?
Yeah, you live.
Yeah, firstly, I want to say thanks to Brother Lawrence in the studio there. I'm Moses. Yeah, I call from Congo Town.
Okay.
Yeah. Firstly, I want to know if there's any number he got out with. Hello?
Yeah, you live. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to know if he had a number, like office number, that all the people that are interested can call and be able to be part of the process, and how can we locate that office. But another thing again, he's saying that he only needs 12 person. So in case you have about 25 to 30 person coming and want to be part of the process, how will you do that to be able to get the 12 person?
I know we're going to have hundreds coming. Yeah, I know we're going to have hundreds coming. But keep your calls coming in on 0880-514 0886 266 008 0776 266 008 and be a part of the program this evening. This is Youth Talk, and we're talking about rap to be rap. It means artists creating, giving a voice through music to accountability and transparency in the natural resource sector. Lawrence, a very interesting point. Somebody suggested that you take it to the schools.
I mean, it's the thing about audition, right? We're looking for students. We're looking for in-school youth. We're looking for out-of-school youth. We're looking for youth that people think that there's no more hope for their life, right? But you have that talent, and that talent can showcase out there for you.
Okay, let's hear from this caller. Good evening. Yeah, hello.
Hello, Mr. Lawrence.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah.
Yeah, your name and where you calling from?
My name is Abigail people. Coming from Kollie from Garzeawu.
Okay, what you say?
Huh?
Yeah, what you say? You live on the program.
On the become musical artist.
Okay, all right. Lawrence is here. Lawrence will give you the details on how one can become. Okay, thank you. Let's see, 0776 266 008. Maybe we can squeeze in two more calls, and we hear from our studio guest, 0886 266 008. 0776 266 008. This is Youth Talk. This is where we set the platform for young people to speak up their mind. We say, talk up youth, empower voices. This means that every time the young people speak, they have the power to empower voices and make a change. But Lawrence, like we were talking about the issue of the school, and they want to, the kids also have some interest, I guess, to watching, and you see some of them trying to call now. They say they want to become artists. Are you breeding artists, or you are just...
We have other programs that those who sincerely want to become artists can also come. Before I leave, I will tell them where we are and what kind of programs that we have apart from Rap to be Repped. So Rap to be Repped is a competition.
Okay.
So audition is open to everybody, in-school youth, out-of-school youth.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Lawrence, we can just squeeze our last two callers in. Good evening.
Yeah, to hear it.
Yeah, go ahead. Your name?
Matthew Carr calling from Concord.
Yeah, Matthew, go ahead.
Yes, I want to comment the speaker guest. You are saying something like in the name Liberia, you speak to the Liberian. So if I all like that, you are in Sierra Leone and then maybe a language that we are speaking, or maybe I'm from Africa, I in the Liberian, or maybe I went Africa, or maybe a language that we are speaking, and then I can speak that way. So how will you determine whether I'm Liberian or not?
Okay. Okay, your points are very important point. I got two kids in Liberia who are musicians. Too Sweet and Speedo. Too Sweet from Nigeria. He sings like a Nigerian, and you have Speedo who also sings like a Sierra Leonean. And that Creole style, and he's one of the fastest rappers. And how are you going to determine whether this person is? Let me just take the last one, then we can just conclude with the calls. Thank you. You the final caller on the program. Good evening. Good evening. Yeah, hello. Hello. Okay. Maybe this person isn't ready. Maybe we can have our final call 0776-266-008 or 0886-266-008 and be live on Youth Talk. We're talking about Rap to be Rep. It's a competition that is organized by Accountability Labs, Innovation Labs in Liberia, that is breeding young talents to preach accountability and transparency. Especially the Rap to be Rep is in the natural resource management sector, talking about accountability and transparency. So let's see now. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Moses. How you doing?
Yeah, you live. Go ahead.
Well, I get my brother in studio there, Mr. Yealue.
Okay.
Yeah, these are the kind of people we in our society.
Oh, we do get away from the television set. We getting feedback. Okay.
Yeah. One thing I really wanted to inquire is that I'm hearing about hip hop. Is it only on the secular basis, or do we also incorporate the gospel artists as well?
Great.
Beautiful question.
Yeah, thank you, Lawrence, and that will do it for the call. So we can just wrap up now. Okay. We probably will start from the last caller. He said, it said only for secular artists, or you got artists from all across.
So we entertain artists on this program from everywhere. Religious artists, because the music you're going to do is not.
Do you currently have religious artists?
Yeah, the person who won last year is totally a religious artist.
And who's that?
That is Queen.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
She strictly a religious artist, but conscious music cut across religion, it cut across secular, is mainly about how do you educate people through music, right? But that is, having said that, let's talk about the language. We all left this country as a result of war and went to other countries. Some kids were born there and they came back, went to school there. It is not your language, the way you talk, that makes you a Liberian. It's also an identity, where we agree. But you can see that the guy can still speak Kolokwa.
Yeah.
But just that the Kolokwa, the way he speaks it, where he grew up, right, is having effect on him. Doesn't deny him of being, like one of our guys we work with, right, in our film school, it's called Divine Key Anderson, right? Yeah. He's from Bomi County. But believe you me, he grew up in Nigeria. When Divine speaks here, you think Divine is a Nigerian. But Divine's mother, father, Liberian. But the war took him there as a kid. Grew up, went to high school, university there. How do you want him to speak? So we're not discriminating on languages, right? And the next thing has to do with the school issue. Please, whether you're in school, you're out of school. And there was an interesting kid that called, right?
Yeah.
And
she said she wants to be a musician.
Yeah. If you haven't reached 15, we also have a window for you, right? On a different program. So you can come to our campus. It's iCampus. It's up Carey Street. So you come between Nursing and Robert Street, which is the second big fence, right? So you see the big signboard iCampus. You can come there and you can call 088 0888
088
8 So it's 888
0888
33
33
09
09
01.
01.
Yeah, you can call that number, and definitely you'll be ushered into iCampus. And there are other programs, right? Maybe the kid is an artist; they can just draw, but you having fun where to place them. Bring them to iCampus.
iCampus, by the way, is called the Innovation Campus.
Innovation Campus.
That's why it's called short
iCampus.
iCampus. So different initiative on iCampus.
Yeah. So you want to know computer? We're about to launch. We're building our own studio, right? The studio is almost finished. All we are trying to do with the studio at the moment. So the soundproof under the top roof is going to be done tomorrow. So we have one of the best engineers in the country. We're working with him, and that's Beatmaster. So I think all of them out there can relate to him. Okay. But we're also going to be having other artists and other engineers that we'll be working with, so that you can diversify your voice quality and other things. So it's just out there. Even though we said 12, and I'm hearing, please increase. We're going to see how best we can increase that.
You're the boss. This is the man. So it's good that you told him. You don't have a representative. He's a country director, the country representative of Accountability Lab. So he got a decision in his hands, and you've told him. I know the numbers will go up, so don't worry. Maybe he can increase it to at least 20, because I know. Well, thank you very much, Lawrence, for coming today on the program. It's been so fascinating and so much interesting, and I think the future of the young people depends on the decisions that we make today to empower them. Again, I can read the number out for you that Lawrence said you can contact iCampus or Accountability Lab on 0888. That's 0888 330901. Again, 0888 330901.
And today is holiday, right?
And today is holiday. If you call, you're not going to get anyone. That line is off. So we want to say many thanks to you for watching. This is where we say talk up youth, empower voices. This is Youth Talk. This is Liberia's platform for youth developments across the country. This is where we engage in young people to speak their mind and let us make the change for our country. My name is Moses Garzeawu. Join me next Thursday when I bring you another edition of Youth Talk. It's been fascinating here, and my guest has been Mr. Lawrence Yealue. That's the country representative of Accountability Labs in Liberia. Until then, I want to say many thanks to my technicians, and have a pleasant day, and happy Flag Day from me here in Painesville. Bye-bye. The youth are the pillar of our existence. They make up over 60% of Liberia's population. They drive the economy. The power of the health sector kept in education. Most of all, they cement peace and unity. It's time for them to talk, words talk with genuine expectation. Join me, Moses Garzeawu, as I cruise into the youth development agenda of Liberia on LNTV. Youth Talk, days and every Thursday at 6 o'clock to 6:55 p.m. Don't miss it. Talk up youth, empower voices.